in Uganda, I have learnt, I think, if I'm correct, that the country is very entrepreneurial. SMEs are the lifeblood, really, of the economy. I can see it, you know, just driving around. There's a lot of businesses, a lot of entrepreneurs. This is a good way for AGC to scale up because our mission is central to what we do, and that central mission is to support SMEs. And so what better place to do it where there is a thriving SME sector? You know, Uganda has a good rule of law, it's got good macroeconomics, it's a good country to work in.
Ready-made steaming. This is Fahad.
So I want to walk you through the filming plan.
Sure. I think we'll see how it goes, but usually the businesses are talking about themselves, what they do, who their customers are. That usually just comes out naturally. So I think it'll be easy.
So we went with the small businesses.
Classic cups. Oh, okay. I thought it was like a barber.
Hello everyone, my name is Mutevi Stephen. I am the General Manager of Binji, a business unit under Patasente. We've come to visit from one of our sellers who does beefs. So he sells beefs to our customers like Sheraton, Mistil, Latitude, a few supermarkets around Uganda. So what you see apparently right now is his facility. This is his processing unit. And we've come to engage with him to find out much more. What does he need from us? What can we do better? What are the challenges he has faced? And then to have solutions for those simple problems.
Operate a meat processing plant of small factory called Classic Cuts Butchery Limited. Yeah, so what we do is we process meat and supply to supermarkets, hotels, restaurants. We were running low on working cash, so someone who was already working with Patasente recommended them to me. So when they came, they looked at the books of accounts and saw that they could actually work together. So that is how I started working with Patasente.
Welcome back from that wonderful visit at Classic Cuts all the way in Mutunde. Right now, allow me to introduce to you our best Equator chocolate seller locally here and also all the way to Denmark. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here at the Equator Chocolate, the home of chocolate, in Kampala, Muyenga, right here.
My background is graphic design and printing.
Okay.
I lived in Uganda. Actually, I first came in 1970 when I was 6 years old. But it was always my dream to do chocolate, because Uganda is the 12th largest chocolate or cocoa manufacturer in the world. We were at some point discussing distribution with a company run by a Greek gentleman who became a friend of mine, and we were introduced via him to Patasente because they were using Patasente at the time. And that's how we got to know them. They're broken into small pieces. Yeah. If you mince them anymore. The service that Patasente offers, the invoice discounting service that we are taking advantage of, is something we've been looking for. And yeah, it was just the right thing, the right introduction at the right time.
Uganda has a thriving SME sector, I think. It's also got a good rule of law. The language is common. I think being a former British territory, the macroeconomics make sense for us. We have experience of investing in Eastern Africa, so I think it lends itself well. It's a new country for us, Uganda. I mean, Patasente is the first investment that we've made, so we are learning more as we go along.
Rising from one farmer to 500 to now thousands of farmers. We met Sekofa now 3 years ago, and I think one of their biggest challenges was the working capital. Patasente came in and we made the entire story change.
At the time Patasente met us, they found us when we were desperate. That's what I can say, because we had the farmers, we had the coffee, but we had no money to pay to the farmers. So we met with the Patasente and we started discussing with them, and they have been good to us. because they have been managing to facilitate us. When the farmers bring their coffee here, they are paid on time. Though we still need more money from them because, as you have seen, the numbers have increased and the volumes have increased.
We were introduced to Patasente by some of the milk traders that we were dealing with at that time. We got to know that Patasente does what they call invoice discounting or invoice factoring.
This is what about?
We approached them for assistance, especially with the supply of raw milk to our factory, and that's how we got to know them. That's how the relationship started.
During my time in Uganda, I've spent some time with Patasente. Patasente have introduced me to a number of the underlying SMEs that are being supported by them. I've enjoyed hearing the stories of the origins of those businesses, where they came from, why they set up, how they do things, what's difficult for them, what works for them. It's just humbling for me as an individual to hear some of their stories and why they do what they do.